India number 1 Arjun Erigaisi takes fort on board number 1 for team MGD1. He adjusts his pieces, gets a pat on his back from teammate Ronak Sadhwani there. Arjun is currently one of the best rapid and blitz players in the world. He's India number 1 in classical chess, and his opponent is the legendary Nigel Short. Nigel played the World Championship match with Garry Kasparov in 1993. What a clash of generations this is going to be. Arjun looking as cool, calm and composed. Nigel playing for the FIDE management board opens the game with 1 e4. It's the Sicilian that we have on the board. Knight comes out to f3 and Arjun takes his time. There are many Sicilians that he can play here, but he decides to go for e6, which means he might play the Taimanov or the Khan. d4 played, the open Sicilian takes, knight takes, and knight comes out to f6, attacking the pawn. Knight to c3. One must know this trap. e5 is a blunder because of queen a5 check, dropping the pawn. Knight c3, Arjun goes for bishop b4. Now this is a slightly dubious opening, I would say. The engines don't like it, but it's an Arjun Erigaisi special. He's played this so many times and takes here. Let's see what Arjun does. Going back bishop e7 is one idea, but he goes bishop f8. Wow. Bishop d3. You can see how wonderfully developed white is. But Arjun is essentially saying your pawn structure is bad, and I'm actually feeling more comfortable with my structure and just playing with the same piece. Knight c5, trying to get rid of this bishop. Queen comes out to f3. Nigel has a huge lead in development, but Arjun needs to be careful now. f5 was a threat, so he plays g6 and Nigel simply castles. I'm sure that the f5 pawn sacrifice is on the cards at some point. Arjun takes the bishop, Nigel takes back, pawn takes. So white essentially has castled, has a bishop, knight, queen out, rook b8. Arjun continues making these little moves. Nigel brings another rook. He's clearly gearing up for the f5 breakthrough here. And now Arjun has to be careful about what he does. He plays b5, now getting ready to develop his piece slowly and steadily. Queen g3 played by Short. Just looking at this rook perhaps. f5, e6. And Arjun now plays his queen to c7. It's time to break through, and Nigel Short does it. He pushes f5. And this is becoming very dangerous for Arjun Erigaisi. He must take this pawn because the f-file otherwise will open up. He takes gf5, and now do you sack knight f5, rook f5? Both look very tempting and possible, but Nigel goes bishop f4. He's still waiting. He wants to take and push e6. And now Arjun showing his class, finding this very calm move, rook b6. He's seen that after knight f5, ef5, e6. But Nigel goes for it. What? He goes for it, and I think this is a very interesting sacrifice. Now Arjun must take the knight, or else he will be completely busted. He takes e6, comes in. Rook opening against the king. And now you must go d6, the only move in the position. And Arjun finds it. E takes f7 is a great move. King takes, and then queen f3 threatening queen h5, queen d5 would be good. But instead Nigel goes e7. What is his plan here? I don't get it. He takes bishop e7, and has Nigel blundered because bishop g5, there is bishop e6. He goes queen g7, attacking the rook. Arjun saves the rook. Rook f8. Bishop g5. Okay, this is very dangerous, but it's safe because Arjun can put his bishop here on e6. And that's exactly what he's going to play. Yes, bishop to e6 played. And now Nigel Short goes rook f5 with a cheeky trap. Rook e6, f e6, rook f8, bishop f8, and winning the queen here. But Arjun finds such a calm and cool move. He's a great defender there. Rook has to come back. But now, in this position, black seems to have stabilized. Now queen c5, threatening the bishop here on g5 is a good idea. Arjun goes for it. Check, Bishop comes back, but at this point queen e5, fantastic defensive move, and the attack has been beaten back and black is a piece up. Nigel Short resigns there, unhappy that his attack didn't go through, and you can see there Arjun and Nigel discussing about f5 and what could be the possible ideas. Clearly both of them understood that f5 is the correct direction to go to, but the devil lies in the details. The execution needed to be better, and in the end Arjun Erigaisi managed to score the win in just 25 moves, but an opening which is very well worth analyzing, because if a player like Arjun is playing this again and again, there must definitely be some merit to it, and you can study his games to understand this opening better from the black side.